ladies and gentlemen. Just starting up some coffee, getting ready to package a couple things to go off to the post office. Start out our morning chat. Try to do these when I can. Morning coffee smells so good. There we are. It's a little better on the light. Good morning. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. So I'm getting a few connection issues. Let's get that fixed. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Do need you. Huh. Ah, yes. Don't lose our page. Facebook threatening us again. We are no longer being recommended. Yep, that happened the other day. Funny thing is, when we go to check why our page is still at risk, it's because of a post we made in November of 2024 wishing the Marine Corps a happy birthday. So, isn't that fun? Yep, they're still harassing us about that post from November. And the most recent one is because we shared a Firearms Policy Coalition post. For those of you not aware who that is, the FPC is an advocate politically and legally. They do court cases, lawsuits, whatnot, in favor of the Second Amendment. So we shared one of their posts, and Facebook restricted us because of it. Gotta love the freedom of speech there, right? Hey, Brookside, what's going on? Early morning live in, getting some coffee. I gotta wrap a couple things up and go off to the post office later. I guess we'll do introductions. I don't think I've really done this. So when you talk to Stiffler Manufacturing, there is one of three people you're communicating with. You've got Stiffler, owner, operator, but mostly he answers phones and he's got his head, all the way inside a machine. Then you have Justine. She is, I guess you could call her the Chief Financial Officer, as well as the shipping and logistics and quality control manager. She runs all that. So usually if you're emailing somebody on the website, it's probably her. And then you've got Robert, who is in charge of social media, marketing, customer service. And, if you're checking us out on various platforms, that's who you're talking to. Background, two of the three are military. We spent time overseas, different MOSs, legal, medical. Got a couple employees, of course, military as well, Marine Corps. Had one with Navy for a little bit. Morning, Daniel Carter. I feel that. Kids aren't up yet, but they will be. Luke, what's going on? Let's go grab that coffee real quick. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Bless you, coffee. Keep me from doing horrible things to horrible people. Okay, let's see. Why are Instagram is getting all wild on me right now? But let's see. Who am I shipping this stuff out to today? Okay. Well, that's not right. When that downloaded, where did it download to? Shan call 55, what's going on? But yeah, we got a couple more slides to ship out. We had the one from last night for New Hampshire, and this morning, once this corrects itself, we'll see where I send this one off. There we go, order details. Oh, Florida. Sending this one off to Florida, okay. Not that one. Okay, there's the 7. There's, what about you? Okay. Where did you download to? That's going to create all kinds of problems. But anyway, Facebook's still threatening us over that Marine Corps post from 8 months ago, as well as our 4th of July post recently, which they accepted money for an ad. So that's hilarious that Meta will accept your money, and then they'll turn around and restrict the post that they accepted money for. Typical scumbag behavior. And the other one was the FPC post, and there was no firearms involved in the post. It was just a headline. Yeah, we are trying to appeal it. The first appeal failed. There's still 2 more in progress, as well as an email that they are probably going to ignore. Which, unfortunately, sorry to say, is, you know, obviously we could take them to court over violation of their own rules and whatnot, probably. But we're a small business. We don't have the cash reserve to just be suing Facebook. We only dropped like $40 into it. It wasn't a huge ad. Just targeted to get people to go check out the posts that we were doing about 4th of July. So nothing extravagant. Actually, I need to renew my FPC membership, I think. Just like background information for me, I have... That is a lot of McChickens. You're not wrong. So I used to be a member of the NRA with the Golden Eagles. I gave that up after the NRA just wasn't doing enough. Member of Gun Owners of America, Firearm Policy Coalition, Arizona Citizens Defense League. I'm a lifetime member of the VA, or the Veteran of Foreign War, VFW, Veteran of Foreign Warrants. Man, I need this coffee. I was a member of the American Legion for a little bit, but they charge way too much for their membership, in my opinion. And the VFW was cheaper, so. I spent a good number of years advocating for the Second Amendment, letter writing campaigns, talking to politicians, uh, law enforcement leaders across the nation. I participated in multiple shooting competitions. The Governor's Dozen in Arizona, I did that twice or 2 or 3 times. The Army expert in competition, excellence in competition, yeah, EIC, as well as the Adjutant General's match in Arizona. Participated in that. I did attend an NRA shooting event years ago. I forget entirely what it was, but it was pistol related. Spent about 10 years in the military, did private security work. Now I work with Stiffler Manufacturing, and, family owned, veteran owned, operated, small business, and we make gun slides.
Yeah.
Not how we saw it going. There was, family business set up for doing construction, home renovations, and things like that. And then this kind of just fell into our path, and we ran with it. Yeah, I did try starting a local 2A organization. Unfortunately, I couldn't get enough traction. I think we had like maybe 5 to 8 dedicated people. Sucks we could not get like people to show up. We started doing like desert cleanups, go out to range areas, clean them up. Uh, Weapons familiarizations. We did get some people to show up to those, especially when we're doing like free for women and free for veterans and elderly. Come out and shoot our weapons, and we'll go over firearm safety and whatnot. And we even had some like law enforcement and other veterans out there and current military out there just helping do range safety and instruction and familiarization on various platforms. So that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, we've been doing this since January of 2023. I printed the label, or I downloaded the label. Where is the label? This is bullcrap. Alright, redoing it, I guess. Should be able to reprint. It shouldn't cost me any extra money. A lot of lessons learned. I'll tell you that first 6 months, hell, that first year, we were on the verge of going out of business all the time. Because you spend money on the steel, and then fuck if nobody buys anything. Let's move those forward. Now I can actually touch stuff if I do. There we go. Oh, we're gonna have to do an unboxing for this. I might do it live. I don't know. And of course, this one here has already been unboxed. When I do go to the range, I am going to take this Ghost Dad Tactical Ecto Lube, and we're going to use that. that first year was rough. So many things. We even almost sold the business at one point. We were just like, you know what, we'll sell it, and we'll just wash our hands of it because it was frustrating. It was causing strain on the family. Um, that was at, I think, the 7 month mark, and who we were going to sell it to lowballed us so hard because they wanted to get the machines that we had cheap, the steel, and we just said, yeah, screw that, and kind of just soldiered up and fucking moved everything to our home state of Arizona and just kept it going. Actually, about that 6, 7 month mark, that's right when we first started doing all of our social media stuff. And as fate would happen, we ended up talking to No Quarter Innovation. We talked to Delta Team Tactical and MMC Armory. Polymer 80 for a little bit. Unfortunately, nothing happened there because they ended up going under. One of those what if kind of situations. Good coffee. All right, back to the order. Why aren't you printing? Reprint, same label, download label. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What the hell happened there? And let's see. Yeah, got in with a lot of our early stuff was white labeled. So there's people out there who have our slides right now that don't know they're our slides. You know, kind of like Anderson stuff, you know? Man, I might make another one of these. Trying to figure out my work day, too. Just picked up another side contract. So that's the other thing that some people don't realize about small businesses is that, yes, of course, you're always working to grow the business. You're always in the shop. But sometimes sales are low and you got to do side work. Go out and do some, basic electrical. Go out and do some home renovations. A lot of stuff. Private security still, pick up short contracts. I still got my licenses, so good to go. We got one employee, he works in the mines when he's not working in the shop. Got another employee who does security for that same mine when he's not in the shop. That's kind of fun. So yeah, that's a small business thing that sometimes people don't think about is that not only are you, working in your small business, dedicating everything to it, that when sales are low, that sometimes you have to go and, go and work another job temporarily. Because you still got kids to take care of, you've still got a house to take care of, bills to pay. And you got employees to take care of too. Thankfully, we have a more long-term setup with distributors like Delta and MMC. You know, so they're ordering fairly consistently. And they're not white labeling the product, so we can actually label it as Stiffler Manufacturing. Whereas early on, I think there's still some companies that have some of our stuff that's white labeled. And that's fine. I mean, they bought it fair and square. I don't care. We make our money, they make their money. There was one company that was, well, actually, technically, there still is a company that has copies of our slides, but that's a whole, you probably see that on some of our previous lives. That's a whole discussion. Feel free to ask about it sometime. I'll talk about it. It's no big secret anymore. We're not bitter. It's just it is what it is. It was what it was, and we're moving on to better stuff. The first portion of that business went out of business. They sold their business, and now the second iteration, whether they're aware of it or not, don't know. Don't really care. We did talk with them briefly, but then they cut off communication with us. So maybe they are aware. I don't know. Maybe they're just not interested. We were kind of curious just to like talk to, or maybe we'll see him at SHOT Show when we go again in 2026. It'll be January 2026 in Las Vegas. Oh, and if you guys are on Facebook, besides the fact that Facebook screwed us over, go check out All Glock Clones Welcome. Good little group, real friendly. We're friendly to new people too, which not a lot of groups are. So if you're a new builder, they give information, they share information, talk about sales, talk about where to get from this company and that company. So yeah, give them a look. People are always showing off their builds. Good group. I think they have it's All Gun Sunday. So if you're not posting Glock stuff, or if you don't want to on Sunday, you can post any kind of gun you want. I think they were trying to do Wheel Gun Wednesday, but I think All Gun Sunday kind of covers that. Hey, we hit 522 subscribers. That's freaking cool. On our way to 600. Appreciate the likes. Definitely appreciate it. Looks like we're in a slow morning. The other morning we had quite a few people in here. What I do need to do is set up a gun table outside once it cools down a bit and just show off more stuff we might have. Maybe even do like an Instagram live or something. I don't know. Okay, let's print that out. Actually, I might stop and restart and do morning part 2, but yeah, let's do that. Stay away, everybody.